I'm Jonas.
And I'm Lewis.
And welcome to JL Pokémon.
And welcome back to another episode of
Cards of the Week.
We have some pretty awesome cards picked out this week. So how about your card? What do you got picked out?
I got Articuno.
Articuno.
Strange
awesome
card.
It's been used in a lot of decks and old and new. Very awesome. And I have picked out the one and only Zoroark. I have Zoroark GX right here.
I have 5 Articunos with me.
Yeah. Zoroark has been out since Gen 5, and so far almost every Zoroark card that's ever been released has been good, so I figured I'd talk about it in this week's episode.
One more thing is that we opened a booster box, and we pulled like 3 Articunos from the same booster box. It's very strange.
Yeah, we have more fuller Articunos than regular ones.
Yeah, and we have the same amount of hyper rares as regulars, which is insane.
Yes,
and we don't actually have the regular of this one, so we have these World Championship card from 2015 by Jacob Van Wagner.
Wagner.
Gotcha.
Wagger. It's Wagger.
I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, high five.
All right, let's get right into Jonas's card.
Now, apparently it actually is Wagner and not Wagger.
So it is Jacob Van Wagner's World Championship deck
So
from 2015 is what that card was in. So let's take a look at Articuno. Let's see what you got.
We got a lot of Articunos. We have one from 2015 from, what's that?
Roaring Skies.
Roaring Skies. And we have 4 from Celestial Storm, 4 GXs, and then 1 of this.
Oh.
I dropped it. Yay.
From Roaring Skies. All right, let's start with the Roaring Skies Articuno.
All right.
So it's actually pretty awesome. How about you talk about it?
So it was used in what type of deck?
It was used in a Keldeo deck.
Ooh,
Keldeo EX.
Keldeo EX. Articuno has 120 HP on this one and has 2 attacks, 1 for 1 energy and 1 for 3 energy. The first one, Chilling Sigh. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. And that's okay.
Right.
For Tri-Edge, 20 plus. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 40 more damage for each heads. That's not bad.
Has a weakness of metal and a resistance of fighting and 2 retreat cost. Now, you might be wondering, why is this Articuno in this video? It's not very playable. It's not very good at all. Why is it in this video, you might be asking? Because of its ancient trait. And it says that if your opponent was knocked out by damage from one of these attacks, you take 1 more prize card.
Sheesh. Right now, that would be way too OP and probably be banned.
No, this would not be banned.
With VMAXs, that's insane.
It can only do a maximum of 140 damage, though. So you're
Plus with like a bunch of other things.
Yeah, but you're 2-shotting most things.
So?
Actually, no. In this format, you were 2-shotting everything. So if you flipped all of your heads, that is. But in the deck that this was played in, there was only 1 copy of it, so it was really just a backup attacker. It wasn't really that important, but it was still used, which is pretty awesome. Now, Articuno made its debut in the one and only
Also, I forgot, can you tell me again?
Fossil set back in 1999.
1999, best year ever.
Sure.
I wasn't even alive.
Yep, 1999, very awesome. And it wasn't very playable that much, but it was still cool. You know, it was the first ever Articuno to ever be released.
Yep.
And it was pretty sick.
Nobody expected it.
No one, everyone kind of expected it.
Yeah, kind of.
It was the 3rd ever set to be released from Pokemon. And that was, it was an alright card. So,
alright.
Also, in, what was it? Fire Red, EX Fire Red Leaf Green, we got Articuno EX, which was alright. It didn't really see that much play. I don't really know the attacks on it, but all I know is that there was an Articuno EX. We'll probably have a picture up right there, maybe? Right there? Or right here. One of these. One of
these 2 sides.
Probably right there. Right there. What I've heard. Right here. We'll have a picture of it. So, you can read it there. I don't know what it says, but there it is. And it was, like I said, it was alright. I haven't really heard much about it, but it's right there if you want.
Right there.
Pause the video if you want. Just right there. And hasn't really been that many Articunos printed, actually.
Yeah.
There was obviously more Articunos printed, non-holo rares and, just regular old cards that no one really played. You also had Well, in the Plasma era, you had Articuno EX, which was a Team Plasma owned Pokemon.
Ooh.
Yes, very cool.
Jazzy.
Once again, I have no idea what it says, so it's once again up right here.
Right there. Over there.
Right there, you got a picture of it. You can pause it and read it if you want.
Yep.
Very cool.
Jazzy.
And that's pretty much it for the other Articunos. Let's get into Articuno GX.
Yep. So we have the Hyper Articuno. We have the Full Art. We have the Full Art. And we have the regular. And Articuno is okay. I mean, its GX attack is pretty good.
Actually, that's the main reason why it was used.
Really?
Yep.
Well then, it's actually really good.
Do you know what deck I was using?
No.
Pidgeotto Control.
Ah.
Back in 2019 when Celestial Storm was still in Standard. Yeah, it was played with Pidgeotto to try to get your opponent to run out of energies. It was played with Crushing Hammers. You had Pidgeotto.
Enhanced Hammer probably?
No, because it was rotated out.
Got
You had Pidgeotto, which means that you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one in your hand, put the other at the bottom of your deck. That's basically what it was. So you can
Pretty good.
so you can get the cards you needed. Basically, that's why you had it.
Yeah.
So you can get the cards you needed. And that's really all it was used for.
If you're wondering what Cold Crush does, it's either over here or we can just tell you.
Yeah, Cold Crush for 1
One
water energy. It does discard all energy from both active Pokemon. So you're getting rid of your one water energy, and if your opponent got like 8 energy on them,
Why would they have 8?
say goodbye. You never know. But if they got 8 energy, say goodbye to those, because they're not coming back.
What deck would have 8 energies on one
Actually-
Pokemon? Centiskorch?
Centiskorch, yes. Well, Centiskorch
Yeah.
wasn't really played when Articuno was around.
Yeah, good point. If you're suspended,
Yeah, but you don't really see Articuno that much anymore.
good point.
Well, yeah, that's basically what Articuno was used for. I mean, you could have used it for its second attack or its ability. Actually, well, you probably did use its ability
Probably.
just to get energy onto him, so you didn't have to attach from your hand.
Yeah.
So
You could attach energy to a different Pokemon and then use Articuno's ability and go whoop, and then whoop, and attach the energy along with it.
so you could Cold Crush GX, and that's really all it was used for. And that's pretty much all the things Articuno has ever been used for
Yep.
in the Pokemon TCG. So I hope you liked Jonas's segment. Let's get right into mine. All right, let's get into the one and only Zoroark. Zoroark. Zoroark has seen a fair bit of play since its release in black and white base set. Now, sadly, we do not have that card. Once again, picture right here
Right here.
of black and white base set Zoroark. Right
Nice,
here.
nice and beautiful.
And its first attack, we don't have the card of it. So it's right here once again.
There.
Its first attack is Nasty Plot for 1 energy. Search your deck for a card, put it into your hand. Very awesome. And its second attack was Foul Play, which made it for a double colorless, which made you copy any attack on your opponent's active Pokemon.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good. That was pretty useful. Saw a bit of play, but not too much. So it was an alright card, but it's where Zoroark started. So very, very awesome. Now, the next Zoroark I'll be talking about, once again, right here. We don't have the card, is the Zoroark from Breakthrough. This saw a nice bit of play, actually, with Zoroark Break. Very awesome. So you could get that Break evolution onto him. Just super awesome. For now, just the regular card for its ability and an ability. And it was called Stand In, and it was very similar to Keldeo EX's or Dawnwing's Necrozma GX's ability, where you could switch it with the active once you're your turn. And it was used quite a bit. It was super awesome. And it also had a second attack called Mind Jack, which for a double colorless, once again a double colorless. I don't know why, but Zoroark really seems to love double colorless energy.
Yep.
And
Even the GX likes it.
even the GX, which we'll talk about now in a sec. It for Mind Jack, right, for double colorless, you could do 10 damage plus 30 more for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So if your
That's
opponent,
like the one we have now.
no, this one does for your Pokemon in play. For your Pokemon in play.
Oh, that's your Pomen.
Now, if your opponent had 5 benched Pokemon, you would be doing 160 damage for just a single energy
Yeah,
attachment.
if you're using Skyfield, that's even
Skyfield,
more.
that's 8 bench Pokemon. You'll be doing 250 damage for 2 energy, which is enough to knock out the biggest, baddest Whale Lord, which had the most HP in the format back then. So that was super awesome. You'd be getting one-hit knockouts on absolutely everything.
Doesn't Wailord V have almost as much HP as like a VMAX?
Yeah, it has 280.
That's a lot.
So, and also, to go along with that amazing Zoroark, you had Zoroark Break, which very similar to the black and white Zoroark. For 1 darkness energy, you could copy your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks, which was super good, and you could just do your opponent's attack, which is annoying sometimes, I have to say, and you could just get an attack off that your opponent isn't expecting. Now, let's get on to the one and only Zoroark GX. Now, this card is what saw the most play. It was everywhere. Even I played Zoroark. That's why I have it right here.
We have 4 of them.
We have 4 of them, obviously a playset. And it was just amazing. It has 210 HP and has the ability Trade, which is super awesome, where you can discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. It was just a way for you to thin your deck, get the cards you needed as fast as possible. It was a really fast, hard-hitting deck that was just super amazing, and it swept the format.
Why would you want to thin your deck?
So that you could get the cards that you didn't want. So say you were against a matchup that wasn't really favorable for you. So you wanted, alright, I won't need this card anymore. Let's get rid of it and get 2 new ones. So that's why you would use this to thin your deck.
But
Now,
still, I don't see the point of thinning. Can't you just deck out?
well, you can deck out, but that's the thing though. If you're thinning this fast, then you're most likely going to get the cards you need to win as soon as possible.
Still, but what if you don't get the cards you need and they're the prize?
Then you lose.
Gotcha.
Now, Zoroark, not only does Zoroark have an amazing ability, its attack is also super good. Riotous Beating. For a double colorless, it seems to be a running theme with this Zoroark.
Watch now, Zoroark V, another double colorless.
This attack does 20 damage times the amount of Pokemon in play. For a double colorless, you could do 120 damage, and since there was Choice Band in this format, you could do 150, which was 2-shotting everything in the format, which was super awesome. Now, its GX attack is not the best, didn't really see that much play. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this one. So you can even use your benched Pokemon's attacks.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you could use any attack that your opponent has in play, which was super good, and didn't really see that much play, but it was still there for you to use it.
Wait. If you were expanded and your opponent was playing ADP and you were using that because you use ADP's GX attack.
You could use Alter Creation.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could use Alter Creation. Alright, and Zoroark wasn't actually that good alone, so that's why you played it with a bunch of other Pokemon like Gardevoir. Zoroark Gardevoir saw a lot of play, Zoroark Golisopod saw a lot of play, Zoroark Lycanroc saw a lot of play. All those decks were super good and saw its fair share of tournament wins with all those decks. So, and now on to our final Zoroark. This is the last Zoroark that we've ever seen, and it is Greninja Zoroark Tag Team. Well, which we obviously we don't have that again. So,
obviously.
Picture right here.
Right there.
And it was pretty good. It had Greninja and Zoroark on it. It has 270 HP, and for 2 energy, a darkness, and a colorless, you could do. I'm pretty sure it is 30. Plus 30 more for each darkness energy you have in play.
That's the first ever Zoroark that didn't like the DCE.
Yeah, that's the first ever time Zoroark didn't like the DCE. Which is,
but
it also has Greninja. So I guess Greninja doesn't like colorless energy.
Yeah, double colorless.
And I'm not sure what its GX attack does. Once again, we don't have the card here. But you can read it right here if you want. It's
pause the video.
Probably like right there.
Yeah,
is where the GX attack
right
is.
there.
So if you want, you can read that, pause the video, go ahead and read it. And that's pretty much it for Zoroark. I forgot to mention the weakness. Weakness for Zoroark is fighting, which was huge.
I think you already mentioned that.
Oh, I mentioned it on a different one. It has Psychic Resistance and 2 Retreat Cost. Now, since Zoroark was such an influence on the format, a lot of people played Buzzwole GX.
Ooh.
The only reason the Buzzwole GX was even played is because Zoroark GX ruled the format. So you could manage to get one-hit KOs and just absolutely destroy any Zoroark deck. Yep. So that's the only reason Buzzwole was really played, and it was just Buzzwole. Even Buzzwole alone was a super awesome deck that saw a lot of wins without Zoroark. So that was super awesome. So how about we get right into the outro of this video? I'm done talking about Zoroark. Jonas is done talking about Articuno. Let's get into the outro. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We 100% enjoyed making it, so we hope you guys enjoyed watching it.
Yep.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Dong ding dong. Make sure to ring the bell to get notified when new episodes are being uploaded. Videos. And also, make sure to check out our Twitter at
JL_PKMN
for updates about the channel, and also when new videos are being dropped, we put it on the Twitter. So make sure to check that out. Also, we have a super awesome video coming this Sunday.
Very awesome.
Very awesome. So make sure to stay tuned for it. And it's going to be awesome. I guarantee you it's going to be absolutely awesome. So make sure to check that out. So we will see you guys in the next video. See you later.